So your home has been on the market for weeks and you've had showings but no offers. And now your agent and maybe even your spouse is whispering those dreaded words, it's time to drop the price. Stop. Before you make a decision that could cost you tens of thousands of dollars, you need to hear this. That advice, while common, can sometimes be the lazy way out. A price drop is a surefire way to lose your hard-earned equity. And the worst part, it might not even solve the real problem. It's a gut-wrenching, stressful decision that often comes from a place of fear and not strategy. Before you slash your price, I need you to listen. I'm Shandelin Anderson, a real estate agent right here in the West Valley. And price is not always the real issue. It's often one of three other things that are quietly scaring qualified buyers away. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what they are, and more importantly, how to fix them so that you can be back in control and get your home sold at the price that you deserved. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is the price drop myth. Let's be honest, when your home is sitting on the market, every mortgage payment feels heavier. Every weekend without an offer feels like a failure. The pressure mounts, and this little voice in your head keeps getting louder and louder and louder, echoing what everyone else is saying. Just drop the price. It feels like the only button you have left to push. But dropping the price should not be an absolute last resort, nor should it be your first reaction. It's often a go-to strategy for a post and pray agent, someone who puts a sign in your yard, uploads a few photos, and then points to the price when it doesn't sell. A price reduction can be an expensive, permanent solution to what is often a temporary and fixable problem. Let's put it into perspective. The market right now is sensitive. Buyers are cautious, but they're still out there, actively looking for the right home. Now, many agents will tell you that a small token price drop of 1 or 2% rarely moves the needle. To make a real impact, the common advice is that you need to make a meaningful reduction and often be in that 3 to 5% range to get a new set of buyers in front of your listing. Think about what that means here in the West Valley. On a $500,000 home, a 3% price drop is $15,000. A 5% price drop is $25,000. That's a new car. That's a year of college tuition. That's a significant chunk of your retirement fund gone in an instant. And you're giving it away before you even have diagnosed the real sickness. The alternative is to stop being reactive and start being proactive. It's time to become the CEO of your home sale. Instead of focusing on the one thing that you can't easily change, which is the market, you need to focus on things that you can absolutely control. The truth is, many homes that stall on the market aren't just suffering from a price problem. They're suffering from a problem with presentation, perception, or promotion. These are the three pillars that determine whether a buyer scrolls past your listing online or books a showing with excitement. And today we're going to fix all of those. So let's talk about the first thing to fix, and that's your home's first impression, your presentation. The first and most critical area to address in your home's presentation. In real estate, first impressions are everything. Studies have shown that buyers form an opinion of your home within seconds of seeing it online or pulling up to the curb. If your first look is underwhelming, you've likely lost them forever. They will never step inside. They will never see the great floor plan or the big backyard. The showing is over before it's even begun. This comes down to two key battlegrounds, the curb and the clutter. First, let's talk about the curb appeal. The drive up is the real first showing. When a buyer's agent pulls up with their clients, those clients are staring out the car window, making a snap judgment. And that's true. What they see in those first few seconds sets the tone for the entire visit. If they see faded exterior paint, an overgrown lawn, or a drab front door, a negative story starts to form in their minds. They aren't just seeing weeds, they're seeing neglect. They're thinking, if the sellers can't even bother to pull the weeds or paint the front door, what else have they neglected? What horrors are waiting inside? Is the air conditioning unit about to die? Is the roof leaking? The peeling paint is screaming deferred maintenance, and it's a massive red flag for buyers who want to move into a move-in ready home. The solution here is all about sweat equity and making a big impact with a small budget. You don't need to spend a fortune. Start by power washing your driveway and your walkways and the exterior. It's amazing what a few hours with a power washer can do. Next, attack your landscaping. This doesn't mean that you need to do a complete overhaul. Clean up the edges, pull the weeds, trim overgrown bushes, and lay down some fresh dark mulch. Fresh mulch is one of the cheapest, highest impact upgrades that you can make. Add a couple of vibrant colors with flower pots and by the front door, just to give it a pop of color. And speaking of the front door, paint it. A fresh, inviting color can completely change the feel of your home's entrance. Finally, address the small details. Install new modern house numbers. Get a clean new welcome mat and make sure that all the exterior lights are working with bright bulbs. These small investments show that you care. I had a client in Surprise whose home sat for over a month with very little activity, and we spent one weekend and about $400 on exactly these things: mulch, paint, new light fixtures, and flowers. We relisted the house with twilight photos, and we were under contract with 2 competing offers in less than a week. Once you've won the battle at the curb, the next fight is inside. The problem is that you're so used to your home that you don't see it like buyers do. You see a home filled with memories. They see a home filled with someone else's stuff. Clutter, personal items, and niche design choices and buyer's kryptonite. Those things prevent buyers from forming an emotional connection and imagining themselves living in the space. When a buyer walks into a cluttered home, their brain, it can register it as small. The house is dark, it's disorganized. When they see walls covered with your family photos, they feel like they are intruding. That bold accent wall you love might be a huge turnoff to them. The goal is to create a clean, neutral, and inviting canvas. You want their main takeaways to be the home itself, not the stuff inside it. The solution is what I call 3 Ds: declutter, depersonalize, and deep clean. First, declutter, like your equity depends on it, because it does. Go through every room, every closet, every countertop, and remove at least 1/3 of the items. This isn't just about tidying up. It's about creating a feel of spaciousness. If your closets are packed to the gills, buyers will assume there isn't enough storage. If your kitchen counters are covered with appliances, they'll think the kitchen is too small. Renting a small storage unit for a month or 2 is one of the best investments that you can make. Next, depersonalize. This one, it can be tough, but it's critical. Take down the family photos, the kids, the report cards on their fridge, and any distinct personal collections. You're not erasing your life. You're neutralizing the space so that a buyer can mentally move their own life in. In fact, according to surveys from the National Association of Realtors, about 83% of buyers agents say staging the home helps their clients visualize the property as their home. Finally, deep clean to a professional standard. I'm not talking about a quick Saturday morning tidy up. I mean baseboards, windowsills, ceiling fans, light fixtures, inside the oven, refrigerator. Pay special attention to kitchens and bathrooms. Scrub the grout until it's spotless. And be brutally honest about odors. If you have pets or smoke, you are likely nose blind. No doubt about it. Have a friend or your agent give you an honest opinion. Odors are a major turnoff and can kill a deal instantly. A clean home feels like a well-maintained home, and it builds confidence and lets buyers focus on the features and not the flaws. The second thing to fix is buyer anxieties, which is perception. The second major area that scares buyers away isn't the big expensive problems. It's about perception and how small, visible issues create massive anxiety about what might be hiding behind the walls. Buyers today they're informed, but they're also risk adverse. So when they tour your home, they are actively looking for reasons not to buy it. Your job is to eliminate those reasons before they can even find them. Think of it this way. Your home is going for a health checkup, and the buyer is the doctor. If the patient walks into the office looking pale and coughing, the doctor immediately assumes that there could be a serious underlying issue. It's the same with the house. A dripping faucet, a running toilet, or a sticky door are all symptoms. To a buyer, these aren't just minor annoyances. They are potential money pits. This is what I call death by 1,000 cuts. Individually, a cracked light switch plate, a stained ceiling spot from a long fixed leak, or a window that's difficult to open seem like nothing. But when you put them all together, they paint a picture of the home and that it hasn't been cared for. A buyer sees a dripping faucet and they don't think, oh, that's a $2 washer that they can fix. I wonder what other plumbing problems are in this house. This could be a $3,000 nightmare. They could add mental hassle. They add a mental hassle tax. They add a mental hassle tax and a fear factor to every little thing that they see. And before you know it, the internal calculation tells them that your home is a risky bet. The solution is to become a weekend warrior and create a pre-listing punch list. Walk through your home with a ruthless buyer or with a ruthless friend or family member. And better yet, have your agent or an honest friend do it with you, because what you see and what other people see are very different. And then you can spend the weekend fixing all of it. That dripping faucet is probably a 5-minute fix. That running toilet is a $20 flapper kit from the hardware store. That squeaky hinge, it's a shot of WD-40. Replace every single burned out light bulb. Ensure every door and cabinet opens and closes smoothly. You might spend a few $100s on these small fixes, but you could be saving yourself from a buyer who mentally deducts $10,000 from their potential offer because the perspective of the home is it's a project. Now, if you really want to eliminate buyer anxiety and take your strategy to the next level, there's no better tool than a pre-listing home inspection. This is the ultimate proactive move. Instead of waiting for the buyer inspector to come in and create a terrifying 50-page report that makes your home sound like it's about to collapse, go ahead and do this process on your own. For a few $100s, you can hire your own inspector and he will give you a full report of your home's condition before you list it. The benefits of this are enormous. First, you eliminate surprises. You discover any major issues, a hidden roof leak or electrical problem on your own terms. Second, you get control of the repairs. You can shop around for contractors and get the work done on your timeline and your budget rather than being forced to make expensive rushed repairs during a 10-day inspection period. And third, it builds incredible trust and transparency with buyers. You can fix the necessary items and then provide a clean inspection report along with receipts for the repairs to potential buyers. This tells them that you are honest, proactive, and you have nothing to hide. It gives them confidence and peace of mind, making them far more likely to write a strong, clean offer. It can completely short-circuit a stressful renegotiation phase that kills a lot of deals. Okay, so we've covered presentation and perception, how your home looks, and the feeling it gives buyers. If you're finding this helpful and you're tired of agents telling you to just slash your price, do me a favor and hit the like button. It tells YouTube to show the video to more people. West Valley sellers especially West Valley sellers who need to hear this message. Now, moving on to the third thing, to your online storefront, which is your promotion. The third and final piece of this puzzle is promotion. In today's market, your home's first showing doesn't happen when a buyer walks through the front door. It happens on days of the weeks earlier on their phones while they're sitting on the couch scrolling through Zillow. If the home's online presence is weak, you are invisible to a majority of buyers. Your listing is on the MLS, Zillow, Redfin is your digital storefront, and you only have about 3 seconds to capture buyers' attentions before they swipe to the next property. The cardinal sin is real estate marketing is bad photography. This is absolute, there's no excuse for it. If your listing has dark, blurry, or crooked photos, then it was probably taken with a smartphone, and you are sabotaging the sale of your house. Photos with the toilet seat up, cluttered counters, or a car in the driveway make your property look amateurish and cheap. When a buyer sees poor quality photos, it sends a powerful message. If they cheapened out on the photos, what else did they cheap out on? It immediately devalues your property in their mind. The solution is simple and non-negotiable. You must insist on personal real estate photography. This is a cost your agent should be covering as part of their marketing plan. A professional should be covering all of the photography. They understand the lighting and the composition and the angles. They use wide angle lenses to make rooms feel spacious and bright. And they know how to highlight your home's best features. They will often include twilight shots of the exterior, which can create a dramatic high-end look that really stands out. And a professional photo shoot might cost an agent a few $100s, but it can make a $500,000 home look like a $500,000 home. Bad photos can make that same home look like a $450,000 home. The return on investment is massive, but great photos are only part of the promotional package. The second part is the story that you tell. A lazy listing description is another huge missed opportunity. You've seen them. Beautiful 3-bedroom, 2-bath home in a great neighborhood. Granite counters, large backyard. This one won't last long. The description is boring, and it tells your buyer nothing that can help them to already see from the spec sheet. An effective listing description crafts a narrative. It sells a lifestyle. Instead of just listing features, it explains the benefits. Don't just say covered patio. Say, imagine sipping your morning coffee on the expansive covered patio while enjoying the serene backyard oasis. Don't just say updated kitchen. Say the gourmet kitchen was fully remodeled in 2024 with stunning quartz countertops and stainless steel appliances, making it the perfect hub for entertaining friends and family. Highlight recent high-value upgrades like a new AC unit or your roof. Talk about community and location benefits. Are you a short walk from a popular park? A 5-minute drive from the P83 Entertainment District? Mention it. You're not just selling a house, you're selling a life in the West Valley. Finally, a modern promotional strategy should include more than just photos and text. Demand a comprehensive digital package from your agent. They should include a Matport 3D tour, which allows the buyers to virtually walk through the entire home from anywhere in the world. This is incredibly powerful for out-of-state buyers. For properties with unique features like a large lot or a pool, aerial drone photography and videography can be a game changer. A detailed floor plan with measurements is also essential. Helping buyers figure out if their furniture will fit before they even schedule a showing. These tools give buyers information and confidence that they need to fall in love with your home before they ever set foot inside. So before you even think about dropping your price or giving away your equity, you need to become the CEO of your home sale. Let's recap the strategy. First, you must master your home's first impression by perfecting its presentation. That means creating knockout curb appeal and ruthlessly decluttering and depersonalizing and deep cleaning the interior. Second, you need to eliminate buyer anxiety by managing their perception. Fix all the little things that scream neglect and get a pre-listing inspection to handle potential problems on your own terms and build trust. And third, you must demand excellence in your online promotion. This means insisting on professional photography and a full digital marketing package that tells a compelling story about your home. Dropping the price is a reactive move that surrenders your power and your money. Taking control of these three areas, presentation, perception, and promotion, is a proactive strategy that puts you in the driver's seat. It's the difference between closing the market and making the market come to you. It's how you get your home sold faster and for the highest possible price. Now, I know this is a lot to remember, especially when you're already stressed about selling. To make it easier, I've created the ultimate pre-listing checklist specifically for West Valley sellers. It breaks down everything that we talked about today into a simple step-by-step guide. It's completely free. Just click the link in the description below to download your copy. I'm Shandelin Anderson. Thank you for watching, and don't give up your equity without a fight. Talk to you later.